Hi, we're here at the Nebraska State FFA Convention, and we are the Ag Academy Issues team. I will be talking about the overpopulated world. For food production and population growth have always been an important factor in survival of any group of people. But with the population growth reaching greater and greater numbers, will food production be able to keep pace with the demand? According to the United Nations Population Fund, the global population could increase by as much as 2 billion in the next 25 years. If this happens, the world food production will have to double to provide food security for the population in year 2025. In 1960, a U.S. farmer fed 26 people, while this year he will feed 155 people. To meet the needs of approximately 80 million people added to the earth each year, farmers and government must work together to increase agricultural yields. Natural resources are already heavily used, and the American farmer continues to strive to support the growing population. With fresh water becoming more scarce, soil loss escalating, and the population increasing, the ability to produce food has become more and more challenging. However, farmers will need to produce more food in the next 50 years that was produced in previous 10,000 years combined. New techniques in farming and raising livestock are being developed and refined every day to help increase agricultural yields. However, as we as farmers work to increase productivity, we must also be focusing on sustaining the resources used. Encouraging the future generations have the resources needed to live and thrive must not be forgotten. Sustainable crop production can work to help feed our world's population, while practicing techniques that will help the environment. As a member of a farm family, I will continue to look for new ways of not only growing our food, but also our economy and the overall quality of America, and hope we all never have to experience what it would be like to not have food to feed our families. Thank you.
I am Trey Hankenius from the Elgin FFA chapter, and my topic was child labor laws. How would you like to hear the words, "I am sorry, son, you can't work for me because the government says throwing hay to cows is too dangerous even though you're old enough to drive a car or shoot a gun with a permit"? Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Considering it, I have been feeding cattle before I've ever shot my first gun or took driver's ed. However, this is exactly what is going to be told to thousands of kids across the nation under the age of 16 working for farmers or ranchers other than their parents if the proposed child labor laws take into effect. This law will not only hinder the students' ability to earn money and to save up for college, but also slow down the production of food that is desperately needed by a growing human population because of the number of livestock and grain producers that count on students to help with their production operations year-round. Moreover, if the average age of the farmer is currently 65, who's going to be feeding a 5 billion population of the world in 10 to 20 years? It has to be a young generations. We have to have our youngsters learn about farming and ranching now. Secretary of Labor Hilda Solis says that she is just trying to protect our children. But what I get out of this is that she, as with the rest of the federal government, is trying to control us. It is a fact that children die every year working on a farm or a ranch because it is dangerous work. But compare that amount of teens that are killed every year driving a car, and the numbers will astound you. It is documented that 113 kids per year under the ages of 20 are killed on a farm or ranch, compared to 5,000 per year killed between the ages of 16 and 20 in a car wreck. That is 3 times more teens being killed on roads from driving a car or truck versus a teen working on a farm or a ranch driving a tractor is much safer. Please don't hinder our young people's opportunities to develop good hard-working trades and helping to produce food for our growing world population.
Hi, I'm Kellie Parks, and I am going to talk about how animal welfare and legislation. I want people to know about PETA and HSUS and other organizations like these and how they are jeopardizing the future of agriculture. and how these organizations will misinterpret themselves to the general public and make them seem like they are doing good for animals when in fact they are not. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Katie Nolis. I'm a sixth-generation rancher from the Sandhills of Nebraska, and my family and I raise the beef that you and your family eat. And I take pride in raising a safe, consumable product that I'm proud to market to my producers, or my consumers, excuse me. And I'd just like to raise awareness about HSUS and PETA and what their true mission is. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kristen Albright from the Pierce FFA chapter, and I'm going to talk about water quality and how it affects our farmers. Our water quality is a very important subject in agriculture today. Farmers help protect our most valuable resource, the Ogallala Aquifer. Learning more about how we control our water quality will help me get the word out about how some farmers are preventing contamination of our aquifer. Thanks.
Woo!